Leslie Meredith with ITE Group, and we're here at Africa Oil Week on what we're starting to call Gas Thursday. We had a wonderful keynote who I have with me in the studio, Ado from Baker Hughes. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So nice to have you here. You covered a lot of ground this morning, some technology-based, looking to the future, how digitalization can transform this industry. Can you give us some highlights of that?
So I think what we need to look at, and a big part of our focus is around taking away the silos and silo mentality and thinking. So moving us forward into the next phase of development or industrial development actually has to involve the bringing together of the mind and the machine, right? And how you start to blur that line and really transform data into information and further on into decision, right? And so we have quite the backbone of this process is a software, cloud-based software platform that we've developed at GE called Predix. And
now, is this a proprietary program?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. But what is interesting about the Predix platform is that even though it's proprietary to GE, it's actually also open source, right? So different developers can write applications to run on the Predix platform, right? And Baker Hughes, GE, and the rest of GE will also write their own applications to function on this platform. So if you think about it as the Windows of the industrial internet.
Oh, I like that. All right. And what do you think the benefits are once this is fully implemented? How long will it take people to adopt it throughout the company, all, divisions, and what kind of results are you looking for?
I think the whole idea and the whole challenge, not just if I put Predix to one side for a second, the whole challenge for the industry is how do we increase productivity? How do we increase productivity of machines? How do we increase productivity of people? And how do we reduce the inefficiency of process, right? And so these different tools, software, workflows designed to increase the productivity in general. So the uptake we feel will be quite quick as people start to see the impact onto their business, right? Whether in terms of reduction of risk and reduction of what the industry calls non-productive time, or the actual increase in throughput of whatever the process that they're trying to improve would be, right? So the initial success cases will then drive the uptake at eventually what I feel will be an exponential level. So I think that over the next 3 to 5 years, you then see a proliferation of digitalization in the oil and gas industry.
Excellent. All right, and one more thing I want to ask you, something that struck me during your talk this morning. You coined a term called full stream. And this is just not another buzzword, right? So can you explain what that is and the importance of that term?
So full stream is actually something that we came up with, or a realization that we came to in Baker Hughes, a GE company, when we were coming together, right, and bringing two iconic brands within the oil and gas industry. Baker Hughes, who for almost 90 years had been synonymous with the well construction and the upstream side of the oil and gas industry, and GE Oil and Gas, who for many decades had been synonymous with the elements of the upstream industry, the midstream and the downstream, right? And in bringing together these fantastic brands, we then came to the realization that we were the only company then that can do what we do and can go directly from the reservoir all the way up to the refinery and petrochemical plant. So rather than talking about or thinking about the upstream, the midstream, or the downstream as silos, for the first time in the industry, the industry was going to have a partner that could actually go along the journey all the way from the reservoir in the upstream to the downstream side. And so this idea of the full complement or the full stream came about, and it's something that we're very much excited about. Our customers are excited about, because it's through BHTE we're potentially witnessing a transformation and a paradigm shift in the industry.
Can you tell us what the event, this Africa Oil Week, means to your company, and your assessment of the event?
So it's actually, if you look at over the 24 years that this conference has been going on, it's gone from strength to strength. And one of the important transformations that I've seen happen over the years is it used to be really about investors, IOCs, and kind of governmental entities. And what's happened now is that there's been a huge proliferation of different grades of oil companies, from entrepreneurial to independent to the mid-tier international oil and gas companies. And so it's really become probably the most important event in the oil and gas calendar with regards to Africa. And if you look, particularly in the last 3 years, with obviously the challenges that the industry has faced, the uptake, the participation has still remained at a certain level, right? Which is a testament to the importance of this conference in helping to push the agenda for oil and gas exploitation in Africa moving forward, right? So Baker Hughes G is definitely pleased to be part of the story, and hopefully will continue to support and participate for many years to come.
We appreciate that. Thank you.